And if you don't believe me, well...
Silence, wench. I do not wish to be horny anymore.
Alright, hello guys and welcome back to another video. So I wanted to come on here real quick to talk about Belle Delphine. I wasn't really planning on making a video tonight, but then I saw this topic and I'm like, I have to talk about it because it's absolutely crazy. Now, if you've been on the internet for the past 5 or 10 years, you should know who Belle Delphine is. I really shouldn't have to explain who this is. And if you happen to be a subscriber to me around 2 years ago, I did talk about her when she returned to the internet. And not too much has happened since then. There really haven't been any controversies, and she really hasn't been in the news up until today. Now, a lot of you guys probably know that Belle Delphine is known for selling her bathwater essentially and making millions off of selling her bathwater. Well, what if I told you that she did not even make $1 million off of selling her bathwater like everybody had believed? No, it actually turns out that she made around $90,000 selling her bathwater. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, $90,000, that's like nothing. But when people were saying, oh, she was making millions of dollars off of her bathwater and selling it to horny simps out there, like people, including myself, were astonished that somebody was actually able to pull something off like this. Now, the whole reason how and why we know that she made $90,000 from selling this bathwater is because as of recently, she has revealed how much she actually made, along with going on about how she had been scammed apparently by PayPal. So on May 6th, she put out this tweet and said, since it's been a couple years now, I can finally share the biggest L I've ever taken. Not only did I not earn any money selling my bathwater, I in fact lost money doing it. PayPal without any warning closed my PayPal account and took the $90,000 that I earned from selling my bathwater. There was nothing I could do. I tried phoning them up. They just said, sorry, nothing we can do. I knew it would be a better news story to say that I made so much money from selling my bathwater, so I just kept this a secret. Ultimately, I'm still glad I did it since it was a really fun time on the internet when it happened, and I still did mail out all of the bathwater people bought from me, which I did all by myself, so fuck PayPal, I guess. Now, if we look further down, there's a screenshot showing that PayPal apparently took $90,000 from her PayPal account. Now, before we get into why PayPal did this, why they took all this money away from her, I just want to make it abundantly clear that PayPal is not a place where you store your money, like in any capacity, at least if you care about that money. Like, do not even store like $100 in there, because there's this chance that they are going to take that money away from you, sort of like how they did right here to Belle Delphine. Now, I'll be honest here, I don't really think this is going to affect Belle Delphine's livelihood from losing all of this money, because for a long time now she's been doing an OnlyFans and she's been making a lot of money over there, of course, but this right here is absolutely ridiculous. I apparently broke one of their TOS, and each time you break a TOS, you receive a $2,500 penalty. So each payment of bathwater that went through was a break of TOS, which resulted in $2,500 every time without me realizing. They wouldn't tell me which PayPal rule I broke. They wouldn't give me any information because of security risk. So I don't know if it's because they don't allow sex workers to use their platform, or if they had a specific issue with me selling bath water. Regardless, not even knowing felt shit. So yeah, I guess as you guys heard there, apparently it was because she broke TOS and they couldn't even tell her which rule she broke, which once again is absolutely ridiculous. Now, for anyone who was wondering which rule she broke, I actually went ahead and did some research on PayPal's user agreement, I guess policy, if that's what we want to call it. And apparently, yes, it is true, they will charge you a $2,500 fee with every violation of PayPal's acceptable use policy. And if you go to PayPal's acceptable use policy under prohibited activities, you can see the first one here: violate any law, statute, ordinance, or regulation. Not really sure if selling bathwater would be like something that would break a regulation or not, who knows. But the second prohibited activity is the one that we're going to be looking at, and it says relate to transactions involving narcotics, and it's just a whole bunch of like, don't sell drugs, cigarettes, or other things that promote or facilitate or instruct others to engage in illegal activity. And then under one of these, apparently under I, you cannot sell certain sexually oriented materials or services. And I think it would be safe to say that selling something like bathwater to a whole bunch of simps across the internet would be a huge violation of their acceptable use policy. And like she mentioned in her tweet, she did sell quite a bit of these bathwaters, and for every violation, it's going to be a $2,500 fee. So it does make total sense on why she was charged these fees, and all this money was taken away from her, and she lost money out of the whole deal. Now, if you ask me personally, when it comes down to selling bathwater and stuff like that to horny sims on the internet, this might be controversial to say, but I really don't give a fuck. And I know why PayPal is going to care, because they have to comply to a whole bunch of rules and regulations and whatnot. But personally, in my opinion, if they're 18 and they want to fucking buy this shit, I really don't care, me personally. Like, if you're that dumb enough to pay $35 for some bathwater that most likely is not even the real bathwater, it's probably like some holy water or something, like, you go ahead and do that and be the retard that you are. And if she's going to sell things like that because she knows there's a market for it and people would pay a shit ton of money for it, honestly, go get that bag, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, which as far as I'm aware, it didn't hurt anybody. Now, once again, I'm really not sure about the whole legal thing, or if it's like even legal to do that in the first place, but one thing that I do know though is that she made $90,000 doing this, which is honestly, I know it's not a million, but it's honestly a huge amount of money, especially for just selling like water. And despite PayPal's terms, I really don't think it was right for her to have all that money taken away from her. And I know she already probably most likely has money, but I mean, just think about it this way, okay? Somebody who's not her, somebody who has all their life savings, say on PayPal like an idiot, or say if you even have just a little bit of money in it, like maybe $1,000 or something, and then PayPal goes on to close your account and fine you all this money, like, it's not right, on top of the fact that, like, it seems like they're not telling people the rules that they broke. Like, I guess this is a wake-up call to people who use PayPal as like their #1 banking service. And I'd say even if you're like a business using PayPal for like payments and stuff like that, based off of what we're seeing right here, like in my #1 payment processor or banking service with PayPal, I would definitely reconsider after hearing this news, because honestly, what if they hit you with a violation for something and then they just don't tell you what you did, and then they claim the same thing that they claimed to Belle Delphine, in which they said security concerns, and just totally take all your money and nuke you off the platform for that. Like, it's ridiculous. So I'm just saying it right now. Once again, here's your wake up call if you're using PayPal as like your main banking platform. If you're doing that, you're definitely at high risk for something like this happening to you and losing all your money. And just because of that, I'm not saying like don't use PayPal, but just don't keep your money in PayPal, because this situation right here is a big example on how PayPal can fuck you over. So yeah, I think with that all being said, I'm going to be wrapping up the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys happen to enjoy this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so it promotes the video more in the algorithm so more people will see it. Thank you guys so much for being a member to the channel. Your support really means the world to me, and I really do appreciate it. My name is Breone, and I will see you in my next video. Peace!